Refuge in Alviso, California. This live stream broadcast is brought to you by San Francisco Bay Wildlife Society in partnership with the Watershed Watchers program.
Watershed Watchers program. Say that 10 times really fast.
Grateful to be here. Don Edwards, San Francisco Bay Wildlife Refuge.
Yeah, and if you ever get a chance, it's like a hidden gem here in the South Bay and the San Francisco Bay area, and it's just gorgeous. You know, the birds are out. It's a beautiful day here, and we're going to guide you through some Qigong. And for those of you that are brand new, we've been practicing and teaching collectively Tai Chi and Qigong now for about 30 years. And you know, for most people that have never heard of Qigong, Qigong is actually the foundation of Tai Chi. It's also the foundation of acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. And the whole idea of these Qigong gentle moving practices is to empower you to be the best person that you can possibly be, because according to Chinese medicine, the leading cause of death and disease, besides poor diet, is actually emotional stress and trauma. So you could do this from a seated position, you could do it from a standing position, but I think what we should do first is we should really just focus and focus. I gotta remind myself that. Note to self. I need to focus. But let's go ahead and connect with nature. We're going to start off here with our feet out about shoulders width apart. Toes are pointing straight ahead. The knees are slightly bent. I'm tucking the sacrum underneath and pressing back. There's an acupuncture point right opposite the belly button called the Ming Men. And the Ming Men rest between the right and the left kidney, and the kidneys relate to the water element. The Ming Men relates to fire. So it's that proper mixture of fire and water which produces the steam or the qi that circulates around the body. Tip of the tongue gently curls to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth as if saying the letter N. Okay, I'm going to inhale, beginning by pulling down the heavens 3 times.
Nice.
And exhale. And inhale. Calming your mind, settling your body. Let's do a third pull. Being grateful to be able to present everybody with this practice. And I just want us to take a moment here and feel our breath coming in and out of the nose, expanding the abdomen as you inhale, and contracting it as you exhale. And as you breathe, connecting with nature around you. Setting your intentions for today's practice. What do you hope to get out of today's practice? Once again, just being grateful Don Edwards, San Francisco Bay Wildlife Society, for allowing us the opportunity to bring these ancient practices to you, along with the Watershed Watchers program. And as I feel my breath, I feel my connection to the earth with my feet. Imagine roots growing out from the bottom of the feet. Feel the connection with nature, connecting to the trees, the plants, the water, birds. Feel the cool breeze blowing in from the left, from the warmth of the sun blowing in from the right. Then from here, we're going to slowly open up the eyes, doing 3 chi clearing exercises. Bring the arms up as you inhale, exhale to toss.
Makes a difference if you do Tai Chi and Qigong inside versus outside?
Well, it's always best to be in nature whenever possible. And right now, so many people are locked inside the house, which is not natural. So the fact that we're able to bring nature to you, so for somebody that is stuck indoors right now, being able to bring nature to you just by visualizing and thinking about it, feeling it, allows you to connect with it, even if you are inside.
So imagining a tree, even if you're not next to a tree, can be beneficial?
Sure, or maybe doing the tree pose like in yoga. I'm going to gently gaze at the tips of the fingers. You're going to allow for any tension or tightness in the upper back, chest, and shoulders to flow off the tips of the fingers like a dark cloud going several feet away from the body and deep into the ground. So I'm also grateful for our dog Lulu, our beautiful daughter Bella, and also for our good friend and cameraman Patrick, who helps us out with so many of these projects.
Our camera guru.
Yeah. We should get him a director's chair that says camera guru.
CG.
CG, camera guru.
CGPM.
So as I toss away any stagnation in the upper back, chest, and shoulders, any emotions may be obstruct the heart and the lungs, just allow for that to flow away. So you can go at your own pace, or you can do this nice and slow, or you can slow down if you want to. The main thing is to inhale in the center and exhale as you toss. And then from here, you're going to slow down. Coming back to the middle, pulling down the heavens 3 times. Inhale. Just feel that divine white light come in and saturate the cells, your soul, all the tissues of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Connecting with nature. Allowing for this to come in. All right, so I'm going to bring the feet a little bit closer together. Begin to lightly bounce. So I could close my eyes here, and I want to use my internal vision to focus on the major joints of the body. So it's not a calf building exercise, so do not lift your heels off the ground. So I'm going to focus first on the ankles and allow for any tension or tightness in the ankles to release out through the bottom of the feet and go down deep into the ground. Next, the knees, or if there's any tension or tightness in the knees, allow for this to gently shake free as well. Flowing out through the feet and down deep into the ground. Next, the hips, the groin, the low back, any pain, tension or tightness there, just allow for that to release. Kind of up through the ankles, up through the feet, and down deep into the earth. Next, the center of the back and the thoracic spine in between the shoulder blades. If you have any tension or tightness there, or any emotions affecting the heart, allow for that to release as a dark cloud flowing out through the ankles, up through the feet, and down deep into the ground. Next, the fingers, the wrists. If you have any carpal tunnel pain, any joint pain, just allow for that to release as well as a dark cloud. Out through the fingertips and down deep into the ground. Next, the elbows, the shoulders, the head and neck. Allowing for that to release out, guiding out through the arms, up through the fingers, and down deep into the earth. And then from here, I'm going to inhale, rolling up on the balls of the feet, pulling the energy beyond the top of the head, And exhale. And inhale, rolling up, pulling the golden light through the body, beyond the top of the head, and drop. Now, if you can't roll up on the balls of the feet, that's fine. I think you just lost your Panama hat, Mom. Your sombrero. And exhale, and release down. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling. And release. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. And drop. And stepping out, pulling down the heavens again 3 times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, allow for this white light to come in. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. All right, now shaking the tree, inhaling all the way up the body, and exhaling. Releasing down deep into the ground, inhaling all the way up, and exhaling. Releasing down. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, and exhale. Last one. Inhale, just let it go. And then pulling back the heavens 3 times. Inhale, and exhale. Gather. And exhale. 3rd pull. Inhale. And exhale.
Okay, let's move into the liver cleansing exercise like you're holding a ball. We're going to push one hand forward, the other elbow pulls back, glancing at the fingernails, getting that stretch and that space underneath the armpit down towards the hips as you use your legs like a pump. The liver cleansing exercise, letting go of anger and resentment, frustration, irritation, calling forth the positive virtue of kindness, creativity, compassion. The liver represents the wood element, and it's an expansive growth type of an energy, right? Don't they say that the liver energy rises upwards and expands out?
Expands in all directions.
All directions. But so does creativity, if you think about it.
That's a
that
healthy
creative genius can expand in all directions. So what seeds are you planting today, and what are the intentions that you would like to grow and cultivate? Those are the questions to consider for the next 45 minutes that we're together.
I was planting in my mind basil seeds, tomato seeds,
Pizza.
Pizza, that's not a seed.
Well, for me, I'm planting seeds of expansion, abundance, joy, prosperity, all the good stuff. Love.
So is that what chia seeds are? So like on a chia pet?
Chia.
So maybe I should put those on top of my head.
Stretching through the fingertips, really expand and widen the eyes. We'll do a few more.
As long as you're not standing in the sun, you can widen your eyes.
Right. Isn't there I've read about that there's people who don't eat, but they eat the sun. Have you heard of that? Come back.
Really?
Press down. Just one time. Inhale.
Explain yourself.
And we haven't even had breakfast. Okay, bring the hands in front of the lower belly, and then we're going to rotate one leg. Come back through the center and switch. Breathe in and breathe out. But it is shown that vitamin D, which comes from the sun, but you can also get it in like a supplement, liquid format. Vitamin D is essential in order to strengthen the immune system.
And cell reproduction.
Cell reproduction. Turnover, cellular turnover. And cellular turnover is what keeps us young and vibrant. So turn those cells. All right, this is the heart cleansing exercise. So you can bring your focus to your heart. See if you can feel the rhythm of the heartbeats, pumping blood and vital life force energy to every cell, every tissue of your body as you start to draw in the feelings of love, gratitude, not just romantic love, but this universal love, this one love that has no opposites, the type of love that heals and transforms. Joys of live stream. I'm wondering if you guys can hear that airplane that just flew over like we did. It was pretty loud. Hoping that the sound this morning is as good as my mood right now. All right. It's a practice, people. One more time each side. Back through the center, pull down heavens, just one time here, gathering from the space around you, drawing in and releasing down. And the spleen cleansing exercise, connecting with the earth below us, the earth that sustains our life, connecting with the earth, releasing the emotions of worry, anxiety. Have you ever had a situation where you got upset and then you keep playing it over and over in your mind? That could actually be connected with the spleen and the stomach being out of balance. So as you do this particular movement, this practice, you can start to conjure up a situation where you feel worried, uncertain, uneasy. It's like the ground beneath you is rocky. And then as you exhale, soothing the worry, breathing out the anxiety, allow for a surge of peace, harmony, balance. Feel yourself relax a little bit more. Feel yourself at ease, at one with the earth, at one with the people around you. Come back. Got a little zened out there. One time, pull down heavens, inhale. Forgot where I was. And exhale. All right, bring the arms up about chest height. Here's the lung cleansing exercise. Relax the shoulders. Stay in that nice strong Muji posture as we expand the arms and then bring the hands back in front of the chest. Inhale and exhale. Fill the lungs with air. Fill every cell, every tissue. As you exhale, you can let go of any feelings of sadness, disappointment, the experience of loss or grief. Imagine it leaving the body, leaving your life. Feel a surge of courage, strength. Feel your cells growing stronger and stronger, growing brighter and brighter. Really fill the lungs, and empty out, empty out. Come back to the center, pull into the chest, press down. Just one time here, inhale, and exhale. All right, ready for the kidneys. One hand, the other hand up. We're gonna fold at the waist, circle down, up and around. Connecting with the kidneys opposite the belly button on both sides of the spine. Imagine flowing, smooth water. Feel this effortless ease as you tap into your inner self. Noticing the thoughts as they pass by like clouds in the sky. Let's come on up to the top. Here's our switcheroo. Take that hand to the opposite side, low back. Reverse, other side, other circle. Kidneys are associated with the water element. And you know that Bruce Lee saying? He says, be like water, my friend. Be like water. Water also sustains our life. The earth, it's like the platform that holds our life, and the water is like the container that allows our life to continue onwards. If you're interested in learning more about water, check out the book, The Hidden Messages of Water by Dr. Emoto. And he's a Japanese scientist that studied water. He literally talked to water, wrote to water in different languages, all types of languages, and then froze those petri dishes and took pictures, and depending on what the message was to the water would determine the symmetry and the elegance of the water crystal. It's fascinating. One more time. Come on up. Release the arms. Pause for a moment. Notice what you feel. Good. Pull down heavens 3 times. Inhale.
Sounded like the bird was saying, wiki, 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 wiki.
It was saying water, 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 water. And 2 more. Try that one more time.
Okay, so we're going to start off with some SRE movements, which stands for Silk Reeling Exercise, developed by my grandmaster, Chenjing Zhou. And what's going to happen there is that we're going to put our hands on our hips, and we're going to shift our weight back and forth, where we're going to start to loosen up the head. And when we do this, I want us to make like a half moon with the head. So I'm going to come up and sink down, come up and sink down. Now, if you notice here, this inguinal line, this is called the inguinal groove, also referred to as the Kwa, K-U-A, in Tai Chi. So I'm gently opening up the Kwa, closing the Kwa. So I open the Kwa, close. Open, and then close. Now my head's making this half moon as I sink.
I'm thinking like I'm drawing a rainbow with my nose.
Yeah, it's a good way to contemplate it. So I come around, close the claw, open, and close. So you may feel a slight stretch in through the groin as well as in through the hips.
But we keep the tail tucked.
The sacrum is tucked, yes. Tip of the tongue is still curled to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, as if saying the letter N. And my breath is still long, steady, even and deep into the lower abdomen, also referred to as the lower dantian. So I sink. Okay, then from here, we're going to rotate the head, open the chest, and close.
What do you mean open?
So open the chest. So I'm not just rotating my head. You could go ahead and do that if you want, but really what I want as well too is I want to open up the lungs and open up through the heart, as well as then I close and then I open. So the more that I relax, kind of like a rag doll.
But if you have neck issues, then maybe just not roll back.
Yeah, gentle rotations and gentle.
Gentle, gentle. Just like water. Gentleness.
So I close and open. Now I'm going to switch, go the opposite direction.
Reverse.
Really feel the chest open and close. So a little opening up through the chest, through the upper back.
I was getting an image of, you know, those pepper shakers that has the base and then the top turns around it.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to the center here, then I'm going to pull it back 3 times. This time I'm going to pull into my third eye, inhaling, cupping my hands. Then as I exhale, I'm going to guide the chi down into the lower dantian. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhale. All right, from here we're going to bring the hands out to the side and I'm going to press. Imagine that you're pressing against 2 cylinders or 2 walls that are trying to close in on you. So what I want you to do is go ahead and extend the arms as much as possible. Try to push the palms out more, pull the fingers back. Okay, feel that stretch.
What about the legs?
The legs are still unlocked, and the weight is kind of on the balls of the feet. So I'm going to feel that stretch. Feel. Okay, now what's going to happen is that I'm going to coil.
Coil.
Feel that stretch.
Which way do I look?
You look towards the front hand and the palm is up. So over to our left, maybe to your right. Then I'm going to coil the other way.
Coil.
Feel that stretch.
Ooh, big stretch. I heard this exercise is good for cellular metabolism. Turn those cells over, baby.
Amen, sister. And then I'm going to go the other way. Feel that stretch. And I'm going to go back.
It's also a good dance move too.
And then I'm going to go back.
Again.
One more time.
Third time's the charm. It's like an offering in that hand. Here you go, Saya.
Thank you.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank. And then the other side.
I feel that deep inside my shoulder joint.
There you go. Okay, holding it. And then from here, now if this was on the dance floor, it'd be more like this.
Hey-o.
Just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyways, let's go back out to the side again. You may feel this in the shoulders, so relax the shoulders.
Or do the shoulder blades glide in on the spine?
Yeah,
or
they glide in on the spine.
Okay.
So bring the shoulder blades in, open up that chest. Your lung acupuncture meridian actually starts here on both sides. So you're elongating the lung channel as well. They also call the lungs the sea of chi in the chest.
Sea of chi.
Now I'm going to come up. I'm going to turn that palm back.
Oh, okay.
Press up, pulling in heavenly energy, pulling in earthly energy.
Gaze forward or gaze up?
You could actually gaze down at the hand that's turned.
Woo!
Feel that stretch.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to come out to the side. Now I'm going to stretch. Other side. Press up. Pulling in the sky, heaven, the earth, into the palms of my hands. Stretch, 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 stretch. Coming back. Press, press, press. Pushing through the palms. Pushing out. You're pushing. The walls are closing in on you. That's an analogy for life. Do it that way. But you have the strength. Push it away. Right. So then I'm going to relax. Pulling it back into the third eye 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Feel how light your arms are now. Your arms feel lighter. Inhale. And gather. And exhale. Okay, you want to take it?
Where was I? Oh, hip circles. Let's do some hip circles. Circling around one way, nice and smooth. And reverse, circle the other way.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day today.
It is really great. Let's do a little booty back, booty bump back. Back. Feel that wave-like fluid motion. Let's go forward, forward, and forward. Then we'll go lateral to the side. How's that song go? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. To the side. And to the other side. Nice dip here. Noticing the difference between the left and the right sides. Just rounding out the edges. Feel that nice, smooth, circular movement. Come back to the center. We're going to go single leg hip circle. So we're going to circle up, out, and around. Adjust my pants here. Circle up, out, and around. Same thing. Yes. I can feel the ground beneath me not being a flat level, which is good practice for balance and patience. That's one thing about Tai Chi. It teaches you patience. Okay, same leg, let's circle in. Circle in. And in. That's it. We'll do 2 more. Ooh, really feeling that this morning. One more time. Yes, root down through that leg, switcherooskies, circle. Wow. Match the breath and the movement. Even if you need to like hold on to a chair to get the range of motion, that's okay. You can find a fixed spot to fix your gaze to help stabilize and create a little bit more balance. In yoga, they call that your dristi. And it's like a tripod, acts as like a third leg. Circle in, same leg, in, and in, circle, 2, one more time. All right, good job. Root down through the feet. Let's do one hand. It's the sound of one hand clapping. And the other hand, that nice circular action. And both hands. Let's do that wrist stretch.
So
Here we go. Here.
Press a lot of pressure on the wrist. What's going to happen is that you're going to grab the knuckles, and then this is also a martial art technique. If somebody wants to grab your wrist, the way you get out of it is that you drop your elbow and you drop down into that same side. So I want to feel a lot of stretching into the ligaments here that go through the carpal tunnels here, where the ligaments flow
Let
through.
your hand flick.
Yeah, so I can
Like a
stretch.
back flip?
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Stretch. Stretch.
Yes. We'll do
Okay.
one more time. Okay,
Let's do one more.
Boop. Zoop.
Okay, now person grabs your fingers to pull them backwards, so then you come up, and then you're going to feel stretch into the wrist, into the palm here. But then what's going to happen is I'm going to strike with that elbow strike up.
Is the elbow strike?
Minus the superhero sounds.
Why?
Well, if you want superhero sounds, I guess you could use it.
He says minus, I say plus. That's why we're a good team. What do you think? Is the glass half full or half empty?
So I feel that stretch.
Can you hear the geese flying by? I can bird identify geese.
I think they were playing Duck Duck Goose.
Tag, you're it.
All right, so let's bring it back. All right, pull it in 3 times, inhale.
Centering, gathering, restoring.
And then I'm going to come back this way. Now I'm doing the opposite side. Once again, really just using my legs, utilizing those legs in order to pump the blood and the chi to the fingertips. So it's just some rope. Oh, that would have been a nice trick if you could have pulled that one off.
I did pull it off. Rewind.
Is that what they call a hat trick?
Rewind.
No, flick it up and then let it land on your jaw.
Oh. We'll save that for next time. Oh, the joys of live stream. Put that's what's also cool about Tai Chi and Qigong is that it teaches you to go with the flow. Back to the Panama hat.
Anyways, I told the story about the Panama hat.
Oh, yeah.
How you got your Panama hat. That was made in Panama with a traditional Panama style hat.
It's a more modern style. Yeah, they had exported all the Panama hats and we couldn't find one. They were going crazy trying to find one for Chris. We drove all around town for like a whole day.
Looking for a Panama hat in Panama. Such a funny, ironic story. Okay, so I'm going to come around here, and now both hands. So this really helps to, as far as the exercise movement itself, it really helps to connect the lower trunk to the upper part of the body. This posture in Tai Chi is actually called cloud hands, or moving hands like cloud. And notice when I stop pushing with my legs, my arms stop, and then it switches direction. So it's really a whole body connection. As a martial art application, this is what we call as a chin-na. You notice the hand comes down here. This is a chin-na, which is a joint lock. A lot of people don't know that Tai Chi is actually a martial art. Okay, we're going to do one more of those. Bringing it back. Inhale. And exhale. And gather. Pulling it down. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, my left foot's going to turn out 45 degrees. I'm going to step forward with the right foot. My weight's in the back leg here, and my palms are up near the side of the nipple region, the chest, and I'm going to press forward. And then bring a smile to your face forward. Okay. How old are you? So I'm going to come around. I'm going to sink, and I'm going to press like I'm issuing a tray. Inhale, back.
Sometimes my sense of humor is like a middle school boy.
Press. So notice how I come around, like you're coming around a barrel, and then I issue forward. So again, once I stop that forward motion, my hands also stop. Sink back and issue. All right, now we're going to come back, do one more, and now from here we're going to reverse it. I'm going to sink down through my midline, come around to the kidneys and press. See? And press. You should also feel
like a bird.
It is. I think that if you were a bird diving, this is what it would kind of look like. Press. Coiling and press. You should feel a stretch through the shoulders, maybe through the biceps, through the forearms and hands. Let's do one more of those. Then we're going to switch, go back to hands by the nipple region on the side of the body, on the chest. I'm going to press forward, keeping those fingers together.
Together, really together. All together now.
So I sink back, come around, then I issue forward. Oops. Press. And press. Okay, we're going to do one more. Here's our last one, and then we're going to reverse it. Come down to the midline, come around the kidneys and stretch. Feel that stretch. Sink into that back leg, come down to the midline and stretch. Coming down and stretch. Let's do one more of those. Coming back. Collecting the energy 3 times. Inhale. And exhale. Gathering. And exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, well, one thing we've got to make sure that we do is make sure to hydrate. That's another important thing. So besides practicing Qigong and getting enough sleep, so sleep, healthy exercise, eating the right foods, and hydrating is so very important. It's getting kind of caliente out here, huh? Mm-hmm. A little bit warm.
Water break. Okay.
Okay. All right, so make sure to hydrate.
What's next, Kimosabi?
Okay, so from here, what's going to happen next is that we're going to go ahead and step out with our feet out, shoulders width apart again. I'm going to coil the hand up.
You just see the Amtrak driving by to the left of us.
It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, right over the bay.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes.
Watching the train go by.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is
Okay,
it
so
a ships? I changed
ships,
it to
yeah,
train.
train, yeah.
Because we were here and we just saw a train
Oh,
go
I gotcha,
by the bay.
So I'm coiling up, shifting my weight, closing the quad into that inguinal groove.
Oh, just what we
Press.
talked about at the beginning of class.
Yeah, so bringing it back full circle now.
Full circle.
As we wrap up this beautiful day at Don Edwards, San Francisco Bay Wildlife Refuge.
In this awesome class brought to you by San Francisco Bay Wildlife Society in partnership with the Watershed Watchers Program.
Watershed Watchers Program. I agree.
And for more information about those programs, we put it in the description below.
So I'm coiling here. Unwind. Coil. So by the end of this class, doing these practices, you should feel nice and loose up to from the fingertips to the chest, shoulders.
Mind.
Okay, let's do the other side. Come around. So when I'm done pressing here, my palm should be facing straight down towards the ground. Okay, doing one more, and then guess what? We're going to need to do both arms. Come around. Pressing one more time, and then coming back, going into the third eye, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, pulling back in, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then from here, as we start to wrap up this class, I'm going to focus on the lower dantian here. Now, when I press forward, when I rock forward like this, I'm going to imagine a ball penetrating right below the lower abdomen. When I go back, I'm going to imagine that it touches the main med. So here, so with your eyes closed, I'm going to use this gentle rocking motion. As I float forward and the arms go back, I'm rolling on the balls of the feet, simulating the kidney well point. Then I come back onto the heels as the arms rock forward. You can imagine as though you're standing in a pool of water, a pool of energy. Imagine what that resistance would feel like on the skin. Gently rock forward and go back. Forward, go back. And then from there, slowing down. And then coming back, pulling down the heavens 3 times, inhaling. first pull for this, your divine connection, whatever that looks like to you, or just imagine this white light and feel it express itself through you. Second pull for nature, for nurturing Mother Earth that supports all life and all beings. And a third pull for human compassion and kindness towards one another, acceptance and inclusion of all people. And I'm going to finish off here by placing the hands over the lower dantian, 1 inch below the belly button. With my eyes closed, I'm going to imagine a white mystical pearl that forms underneath my hands, gathering the energy from the space around us. As I exhale, I'm going to imagine that this white pearl releases its chi and restores the vitality of the kidneys on the low back. Each time I inhale, the pearl gets brighter and brighter. Then as I exhale, I'm going to feel that white light radiate around the waist to the kidneys on the low back. 2 more breaths, inhale. And exhale. Now feel your light expand beyond your body, beyond the walls, beyond the floor, beyond the ceiling. Inhale. Pearl expands. Exhale. Sending our light and love out to everybody on the planet, everybody on this call, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. And then from here, going to slowly open up the eyes, shaking out the feet. Okay, how are we doing?
How are we doing?
Excellent.
Yay!
Yes. So once again, thank you once again to the San Francisco Bay Wildlife Society, as well as
the Watershed Watchers program and the beautiful Don Edwards San Francisco Bay Wildlife